Hello and welcome back to my playthrough of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Gates to Infinity, and in this episode we will be continuing the expedition of the Great Glacier. So without further ado, let's get into it. The enter card is finally complete. Spike and the team are leaving for an adventure into the unknown to the Great Glacier, so I'm assuming that was probably the same one as the first two dungeons we did in the expedition yesterday. I'm gonna assume there's two more. We've got a Reviver Seed on us, just in case. Let's go. Would you like to head into dungeon? We will edit party. That tickles me pickle. Glacial Underpass. Okay. We've got a Piloswine. There we go. Okay, this is a very typical PMD theme, this. Oh, it's a Zorua, okay. Okay, we've got some strong enemies now. Okay. Makes sense. And it's another Zorua. That ain't good. Take the money though. Lick. That ain't good. Another gold bar. Hopefully that disappears in a bit. I just accidentally screwed over the Pampor. There we go, right. Bang. That actually is a Pampor, okay. Okay, that's an actual Trubbish. It's just, you never know. Okay, my phone starts buzzing. Typical. Bang. There we go. So yeah, we went up 4 levels yesterday. Got a ridiculous amount of experience. Okay, I don't have to be too sparing with the moves because that max elixir changes everything, but another gold bar. Of course it is. So they can camouflage, of course, as any of the Pokemon that you get in this dungeon. That's not what I wanted. Taunt. Okay, yeah. I know how this works. I literally got hit with a taunt before. Been slowed. Good thing there's a tile right in front. Yeah. Okay. That's it for that. Well, I didn't see that before, but special band. Cherry berry. What it was. Special defense up is not great. That's not great. 2 poisons. Right. Okay, it's actually a Pampor. It's hard to know sometimes. Of course, it's a long and confusing floor as soon as we've got 2 Pokemon poisoned. Sand. Okay, good. Get out of here. It's a Cubchoo, if it actually is. No, of course it's not. Slash. Daddy's cash. Right, at least we know it's there. So many Zorros. We've got a heavy box. Idiot, that was wrong. There is a Zorro that has an item we're looking for. That'll probably be it, right? Nope. It's not even the Zorro we're looking for. These are not the droids you're looking for. Let's get out of here. Bloody hell, right. The Umbreon is cooked. But we're fine. So using Pursuit on a Zorro is just not a great idea. A fighting type move on a poison type doesn't seem like a good idea either. Greedy. Didn't get the slow at least. Roast. Frizzy into 27, nice. I think I'm assuming the experience we're going to be gaining has probably shot up a hell of a lot now, though. We did get to level 24 towards the end of yesterday's, but we get to 25 this quick. Spike will be up soon. Is it all ones, really? Yeah. Why on earth would you not... Wait, you don't get experience for a takedown, do you? Don't think so. At least stop using Thunder Shock. I need to use the other moves more. Just depends what works, to be fair. Or don't have to go. That also helps. Of course, it's not actually a Cubchoo. Why would it be? We're slowed. Why would you use Assurance on a Dark type? There we go. Oh yeah, well, at least we got a 2. Only on health though. Spatak, yep, okay, we've got Spatak at least, which is what we want. We have got the special band as well, so... Why would you use Helping Hand when you're getting attacked? That works. Grab them. Why not? It's over here. Okay. That's not great. But that'll do. You get a lot of experience from the Cubchew considering you don't really do much. There we go. Why would you use quick attack? You need to save them, man. Okay, we got a few max elixirs. We got loads to use, but that's just the way it is. Okay, they actually are Cubchews. Ah, screw that. Let's go. So what, it was 10, I think it was 10 floors for the first dungeon I did yesterday. And then 12 floors in the Great Glacier. I mean, I'm surprised that was just called the Great Glacier, but I guess maybe it's called Mystery Mountain when we actually get to the mountain. That's how to deviate the dungeons. You do that. Okay, that ain't good. It's also not good. Oh, I might be cooked here. I need to move. Absolutely stupid of me to do that. Let's just play it safe. Why would you use Pursuit? Get our health back. Fair. Doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo. Back you go. Yeah, Trubbish can totally make it to paradise from here. Mental. Right, let's go. Okay, that actually is a Panpour, at least Fickle Ribbon. Daniel Bryan will love that. Oh, for God's sake. Why are we missing? Ba-ba-ba-bam. Umbreon next. At least Umbreon's getting a couple of twos there, nice. Five max elixirs, eh? We've got more than enough. Fondue Shark. Don't know why you're wasting quick attacks, but again, done that before, so. We need to find the way out of here. This poison's getting too much. It actually was as well. I didn't know if it was or not. I didn't want to risk it. Well, Petuberry would be useful, but we made it through anyway. I didn't need to use the max elixir in the end. It's fine. There we go. Would you like to save? Save and continue. Probably at least one more dungeon, I'm sure. I think we've come pretty far in, but hey everybody, there's a light coming from over there. Looks like it could be an exit. Let's go. What is this? What's with this place? At first I thought we'd made it outside, but when you look carefully this doesn't seem to be. This can't be. It is surprising, isn't it? That is definitely sunlight, and yet we still appear to be within the structure. It seems this whole chamber is covered with a layer of ice. So right now we are actually inside the glacier. Inside the glacier? Yes, it looks as though the glacier is hollow inside. Look up. It's sparkling. It's a ceiling of ice. The light from outside is being reflected by the ice. This whole place is covered in ice. I suppose it's like a giant dome of ice. And that thing in the middle? What could it possibly be? Are those pillars of ice? It's like a whole bunch of ice pillars were stuck on top of one another in one big... Well, it's almost like a big palace of ice. A palace of ice. Dunsparce may not be too far from the mark there. And there inside that ice palace, could be the legendary Great Crystal that I've been searching for. I have to thank you all. It's all because of you that we've made it this far. I am so grateful for that. Goodness, Umbreon, are you going soft on us? Besides, it's still far too early for any thanks or celebration. That's right, the real adventure is just about to begin, isn't it? There could still be tons of treasures to be found. Let's get moving already. You're right about that, but I'm grateful anyway. Thanks everyone. Our adventure is finally reaching its peak. Let's not back down now. Here we go. Oh yeah. So much to store. Yeah, got a lot of max elixirs, which is helpful. We can always deal with loads of those. There we go. Yeah, this song sounds very adventurous. Probably get the 4th major boss fight coming up soon. Our adventure is finally at its end. This is not the time to hold back. Let's go. Glacier Palace. Here we go. Okay, we got one of these dungeons. Pawnyard. 42 damage for an ineffective attack on a steel type. It's pretty impressive considering their defense. Let's go. That's a turtle ogre. Rollout doesn't seem like a good idea on a grass fighting. Straight away with the max elixir for a safety precaution. This is 2 Turtle Ogres with an Oran Berry each. Wow, that's ridiculous damage. Alright, sit down, mate. Said sit down. Right, let's go. Oh yeah. Here's some top dollar. Bloody hell, stop going off on your own. Who's just scrapping everyone? I don't know why I did that, it's not exactly effective. Should have just quick attack on it. I mean, it don't actually do that much different, but it's not going to do anything, I'm afraid. Bang. That works. Dragon Rage is pretty much redundant at this point though. Don't think there's much else. I don't think there would be. That works. The pawn yard with a max elixir. Oh, more of these twats. Yeah, those fury swipes could get very dangerous. Boring. There we go. Bang. There we go. So sometimes we get enough damage on it to do that. Non-crit, but yeah, there we go. Jesus. Vile Seed. We've got a Palpitoad. We've got a couple of water types. How are you not dead? Well, there's the Palpitoad. I guess it's water ground, isn't it? Like I can just do my own thing. And these guys will cook the twats so easily. Takedown is so annoying. Didn't get anything for it. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, that's that. We have literally fully explored this place. Of course, it's a Zorua. 66 quick attack. Jesus. Right, well, that's another level up. That's 2 today so far. There we go. A couple of 2s. That's what we're looking for. Dun 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 dun. This should get us what we want. I did not mean to do that, but that works. Still no level up. 210 experience for Pokemon is mental, by the way, in this game. I have to. Ba-ba-ba-ba. There we go. Oh, we can learn a new move. Slam. Let's get rid of Fake Out. Slam will be better. I think Slam has the chance to paralyse, doesn't it, as well? Okay. You can't be susceptible to drowsiness, though. That's not good. Okay. God's sake, of course, it's a Zoroa. Have that though. Dun, 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 dun. That works. So yeah, 6 level ups so far. See if we can get to 27 by the end of this expedition. If this is the final dungeon of the area, of the expedition, there might be more anyway. But get out of here. Why'd you get into the firing line for? There we go. Let's push. Let's push onwards. That's ridiculous damage, man. There's more money where that came from as well. Okay, that is the one with the money. That'll do. Do 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 do. $36 base damage is not bad, you know. It's not bad considering it's not upgraded or anything yet. Not bad going. Ba-ba-ba-ba. 27. Oh, not just ones, is it? Yeah. It might not seem like a lot. Sometimes the level up bonuses don't feel like it's that great. Bro saw that ages ago. Jesus, okay. I think that'll do. We've got max elixirs, so we are fine for PP. Midway point. Definitely a boss fight in the dungeon if it's a midway point. Haha. You okay, Dunsparce? Yeah, I'm fine. It seems a little hard to breathe in here, but... You know, I've been thinking the same thing. Maybe it's because we've come up so high. I wonder about that. I don't really believe we've come so far up as that. Everyone, come take a look at this. They're floating. The chunks of ice are floating in the air. That's not all. There are other things floating here and there. So then it's true. Looks that way. We can't just chalk it up to a baseless rumour anymore. The legendary Great Crystal that has only been a story up until now. But now that we've come here, it's finally starting to feel like it could be real. Huh? Did anyone else see something flash? Oh, it's reflecting the light back. What is this thing? There are more of them over this way too. They're so clear and beautiful. Aren't these Frisms? Frisms? That's right. They are an incredibly rare kind of treasure. Did you say treasure? That's right. But what a shock. I've never seen this many of them in one place before. Well, this discovery alone has surely made the trip worth it. Isn't this great, Axu? We're surrounded by all this treasure. And they aren't just valued for their beauty, you know. Axu, can I borrow you for a moment? Do you see that large opening on one end of the prism? Would you try saying something into that opening? Into the hole? Sure. Axu tried speaking into the prism. We are the soldiers. Oh, the soldiers. Whoa, the prism kind of echoed. Oh, and now the clear part turned cloudy white. What is that? The white part? That is Axu's voice, frozen in crystal. My voice? That's right. Now, why don't you try warming up the prism? Warming it up? But how? You could try touching it, or even just blowing your breath on it. The white crystal should melt. Go on, try it. Okay. Axu warmed the prism. The frozen part of the prism began to produce sounds. We are the soldiers. That's Axu's voice. Wow. So it acts like a voice recorder. Is that really my voice? Sounds kinda strange. But these things are really cool. How about it? Now do you understand why prisms are such special treasures? Yeah, I love these things. Let's take a bunch of them home. We can give some to Amolga for staying behind. Yeah, good idea. He's gonna love this. Of course it would be too greedy for us to take them all, but we should definitely take some. Well then, let's each collect one. That's going to be Keldeo, isn't it? Huh? This Frism. What's up, Verizian? It's going to be Keldeo. This Frism is already white. It's true. That must mean it has a recording already. It probably just picked up the sound of the ice creaking or something, but we might as well check it out, right? We know it's going to be Keldeo. Can I do it this time? Be my guest. Go ahead, Dunsparce. Thanks. Dunsparce warmed the Frism. The frozen part of the Frism began to produce sounds. I'll leave this Frism behind me. This is a Pokemon's voice. This will be the record of my adventure. I've decided to leave this Frism here as a record, proving that I reached this Glacier Palace, and I leave this Frism and my voice for you. So, let's see. I'm really glad that I've come this far, seeing solid objects floating in the air. Standing inside a hollow glacier, and this fantastic palace of ice. It's been like a dream. Everything seems to sparkle here. and every last thing is amazing. This means someone made it here before us, doesn't it? It's Keldeo. Huh? Verizian? What's the matter? Verizian, are you actually crying? What? Verizian's crying. The cool, collected Verizian is... Umbreon, I know this voice. It's Keldeo. Well, thought so. What? Keldeo? You mean that Keldeo? The one who sent that letter saying you weren't friends anymore? But didn't his letter say he never went to the Great Glacier? So then why is this recording here? I don't know. Let's listen to the rest of the message, shall we? I say all that, but this adventure has definitely been one big trial after another. But the fact is that I could overcome all these obstacles to come here today, and this adventure of mine isn't over yet. I fully intend to keep travelling this path, to keep delving further into the unknown. If you are playing back this recording and listening to my voice now, you must be another adventurer who has overcome the challenges to reach this spot. And if you are, then you all must also be feeling it. The same thrill of exploring what lies beyond in uncharted territory. What I am about to see, and what you will soon discover, they may be the same thing, or they may be completely different. But regardless of what is waiting for us up ahead, the heart-pounding thrill that wells up inside of us, that will never change. So I'm off. I wish the best to you, fellow adventurer, who might be listening to this message. That seems to be the end of it. I'm sure of it. That voice was Keldeo's. The Keldeo that I knew. The bright and friendly Keldeo. The way he used to be. So Keldeo actually made it. To the Great Glacier. But I don't get it. What was the meaning of that letter he sent you? The truth is that I never even intended to go to the Great Glacier. I just wanted an excuse to get away from you. We aren't friends anymore. Just forget about me. Isn't that what he said in his letter? But if Keldeo really did come to the Great Glacier, could that letter have been a fake? No. The hoof writing in that letter, it was definitely Keldeo's. I think that letter was real. The Keldeo who speaks in this Frism and the Keldeo who sent you that letter, no matter how I look at it, they seem like two totally different Pokemon. But if both of them are the real Keldeo, then it must have been after recording this Frism that Keldeo changed. That's it. He changed after seeing whatever lies ahead. If something did happen to Keldeo, then the truth might be straight ahead of us. If we continue on our path, we may just discover the truth. Will you be alright, Verizian? Yes, thank you, Espeon. I'll be fine. I'm sorry for making you all worry. Let's go ahead. Well, I had a feeling Keldeo was going to come into play at some point. Jesus Christ. Bum, 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 bum. Verizian to 28. Gets a big level ups. So we had 1-2. 1-2. And literally 3 Pokemon in a row there. Anyway, I've enjoyed this section of the game. This reminds me of your traditional PMD. I feel like the first half of the game was much different to what they'd usually go for, but this I much prefer. And the whole Keldeo stuff, whatever's going to eventually happen, that feels more like PMD to me. It just appeared out of nowhere. Ow! Sound. Can't even leave either because of a long ass cutscene. Or can't reset or whatever. But yeah, whatever's gonna happen. Well, I don't know what to expect, but yeah. Oh, for God's sake. Should have just exited here, clearly. Dun 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 dun. At least PP reset. That cutscene. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my god, why are we doing that? That'll be useful for the boss fight. We're not at the boss fight yet. Do 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 do. That'll do. Yeah, dragon type moves aren't good against skill, but keep it going. Yeah, whatever lies at the end, it's going to be very intriguing to see how it all goes. For God's sake. Give me your money. I prefer Virizion being behind because Virizion can quick attack to end the misery much quicker. I am in misery. Sand. Just slam it. Well, go on then. Snatch him. Oh, here we go. 41 minutes. Yeah, we got time to... 18:23. Jesus. We've got a lot of max elixirs now. If it's anything like the other PMDs, there isn't going to be many flaws in this one, maybe like 6. I feel like when you do the checkpoint stuff like this, the other part is never as much. That'll do. Right. So we get to level 27 before we end this shite. Let's go. No, I'm not going to rest yet. Would you like to head into the dungeon? Enter the dungeon. If this was Explorers, it would be called. This would be called the Deep Glacier Palace right now. But how are we missing? Bump, bump, bump. So you miss, and you go for that. The water's not going to do anything, mate. Gonna have to. Come on. Piece of shit. It's always when I decide to do something optional that something like that ends up happening. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of damage. I could have left the floor, but I decided to continue and get very punished for it. But we've explored the whole place at this point, might as well do that. That'll do. There's a lot of pokies defeated in that bit. But let's go. Well done, twat. Jesus. All lining up. There we go. Easy level 27. I'll get as many level ups here as possible. Okay. The potential experience gain from doing all those tasks before we kind of got into the mid game was clearly didn't matter too much, because the experience just spiked as soon as we got to this expedition. Oh, and I'd have had no choice but to fight those twats anyway. Or just endured the hit. No, it's just a tiny floor, but I just got rushed by loads of Pokemon. Sand. Of course you are. No, why are we doing that? You could have just defeated it. Now things could get overcomplicated for no reason. Use Slam so we can improve it a bit. There we go, that's what we wanted. 7 level ups in the last 2 videos. 4 yesterday, 3 today. Huh? Everything suddenly got dark. Everybody alright? Yeah, we're fine. I'm alright too. But, yeah, so they allowed you to save it with 3 floors to go, which is always good. What was that? Uh-oh. It sounds like something being dragged along. Everyone, watch out. It's Golurk. It's huge. What is it? What is this thing? Was it Ghost Rock, right? That noise must have come from this thing's feet dragging along the ice. They've got us surrounded. Cryogonals? Oh dear. Here we go. Here they come. I've got 1 Reviver Seed. That's perfect. Helping Hand is absolutely brilliant. Just waiting. Very smart from Virizion. The Dunsparce is cooked, unfortunately. Do we have anything for it? It's not going to do much. That's the Reviver Seed used. We've still got one. There we go. How annoying that Umbreon just couldn't survive. I should have used an Oran Berry, shouldn't I, on him? But, oh well. Whew, looks like we managed to scare them off. Was that wind? Wind in here? This dome is completely covered in ice, meaning we're basically indoors, right? So how can there be wind? Well, even if it is a dome, look at the size of it. Maybe it's natural that there's some air movement. I felt it too, that wind. It was just a faint breeze, but... and me. I felt like it was blowing towards the path ahead. Then I'd say that path leads to the peak. If we keep climbing up this path, maybe we'll find something. Let's check it out. What are we going to discover? Dunsparce, you okay? Yeah, I'll be fine. Sorry for holding everyone up. It sounds similar to the... well, it's a different version of the song from the Time Gear theme. Well, is it the Time Gear? It's like whenever there's a major event, yeah. Everyone's getting exhausted. Aren't we there yet? That's odd. Why is everyone suddenly out of breath? Farisian. Everyone. Why is it so hard to get any air? Why? I don't know. Spike. You're okay? That's great, but no one else can seem to move. You've got to be kidding me. We finally made it this far, only two. But it's two. I just can't. Everyone. What should I? Now it's suddenly gone dark. It's Kyurem. Oh, okay. He's huge. Is he an enemy? Not now, when everyone is. Fine, I'll take him on alone if I have to. Of course Kyurem's in it. Of course. Where? Actually, everyone is. Isn't this where we were fighting before? Could he have saved everyone? You, who are you? I am the one called Kyurem, or Kyurem. I don't know how you actually pronounce it, to be fair. When I did Black and White too, I'm not sure. But anyway, I am he who is master of this place. Kyurem? The Kyurem known since the ancient past? That Kyurem? The path you seek is one that none may tread. You cannot approach that forbidden place. Forbidden? The great power fills that place, a power even I cannot approach. I have foreseen your coming. The moment you entered that place, you would have become unable to return. Wait, you said you'd foreseen us? You mean you knew we were coming here even before we did? That is correct. I know the coming of all things, what happens in every land, what fate awaits the world. All of this is known to me. And here in this Glacier Palace, I have watched over that future since days long gone and forgotten. This Pokemon, this Kyurem, can see the future and the fate of the entire world. The path ahead is closed to you. There is no further adventure for you here. Turn back. Alright, we weren't prepared. I never thought we would be wiped out so easily. I give my word, I won't try to go any further. But in return, would you tell me one thing? The Great Crystal, does it truly lie ahead? It does. It is the power you call the Great Crystal that makes the objects in this Glacier Palace float. That's all I needed to know. Thank you. Please let me ask one more thing. I think a Pokemon called Keldeo may have come here. He did not. What? He never got here? You are the first Pokemon to have come from the outside and made it this far. Enough. You have done well to overcome so many trials and come so far. Your effort is worthy of praise. Before you lies your reward. Take what you find within and go. But if Keldeo never made it this far, what could have happened to him? Whatever it was, it must have happened somewhere between here and the spot where we found that Frism. I was so sure Keldeo made it here. I mean, he was strong enough to get through the Great Glacier all by himself. So what could have... That's enough. Frisian, I know it's odd that Keldeo never came this far, but speculating about it isn't going to give us any answers. And the message we heard from the Frism that Keldeo left, it still doesn't change the letter he sent me. Frisian, no, Espeon, it's not what you're thinking. I'm not just giving up, you don't need to worry. But along the way here today, I realised something. The voice from that Frism, that voice was undoubtedly Keldeo's. The Keldeo who wrote that letter may have been cruel, but the Keldeo who spoke those words hadn't changed at all. When I realised that, I finally noticed. Ever since I got that letter from Keldeo, ever since I read those words, I stopped believing that there was any such thing as a real friend. But the one who first planted that doubt in my heart, it wasn't Keldeo, it wasn't anyone else. The one responsible for that doubt in my heart was me. I'm the one who lost hope after seeing that letter. I'm the one who decided to give up after reading it, and I'm the one who made myself into the bitter Varisian you first met. There are still a lot of questions that I don't have answers to. Maybe I'll find the truth somewhere else someday, but that's why I've decided that I'm going to try believing again, you know? Varisian, I've been so miserable to everyone for so long, but meeting you all, and being able to come here together, it helped me remember how it feels to trust other Pokemon. That's all thanks to you here. I'm so grateful to you all. Thank you so much. That's wonderful, Varisian. Yeah, we're glad to have you on the team. Varisian's breakthrough alone is enough to call this adventure a great success, I'd say. I agree. Plus, we made it through the Great Glacier, and we learned some fascinating things about its insides. I got to see a castle made out of ice. I guess they called it the Glacier Palace, huh? And I got to confirm that the Great Crystal really does exist, though I would have really liked to see it for myself. The Frisms were definitely the big success for me. My Frism is going to be my greatest treasure from now on. And we're going to give one to Emolga too. Of course, he'll love it. And now all that's left is to find out what's in that treasure box and head home, huh? Yup, and we should do it fast. We don't want to make Kieran mad at us. Spike, why don't you open the treasure box? Go on. Is it a trap? We'll see. Or are we going to get a nice happy ending to the expedition? Spike opened the treasure box. Wow. The treasure box contained a life seed, an iron, 5 silver spikes, a black key, gold scope, and 5,000. Woohoo, what a haul. Not bad. Now it's time to head home. Yeah. Everyone, this is it. Our adventure to the Great Glacier is officially over. Now we'll take our treasures, and we'll take our memories, and go home to paradise. Our first big adventure is a great success. Great success? So I'm guessing the Golurk will be the 4th thing on the 6 ? Boss things on the main menu. But there's still 2 left. That's probably just main story. There'll be probably a post-game. There usually is. Anyway, and that was how the curtain closed on our adventure to the Great Glacier. We all returned to paradise. And waiting there for us were all the Pokemon of Post Town, and our dear friends from paradise. Everyone was eager to hear our stories of what we had seen at the Great Glacier, and so that night everyone from the town packed into the inn's restaurant, and stayed until morning full of cheer and excitement, while whiling away the night with tales of travel and treasures. Save and return to main menu, because if there could potentially be a lot more cutscenes. We're at 59 minutes, so thank you for watching this episode of my playthrough of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Gates to Infinity, and then the next episode we continue our adventures following our first successful major expedition, because I do not know what's going to happen next, because that was 4 main story dungeons in a row. Probably going to be a load of cutscenes to follow that, and then we're probably just going to get an opportunity to just free roam and do some more job requests for a bit. But until then, thank you for watching, and I'll be back in the next one.